Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the worst products that I tried this year. Not all of them might have came out this year, but I personally tried them. So I'm gonna like scooch over a little bit and that way I can pop up pictures. But I do have 3 items that are still in front of me, so I will mention those 3 first. I'm gonna have more so like maybe like a top 10 because I feel like I needed to draw the line somewhere instead of have a whole bunch of products. But these are like the worst of the worst products that did not work out for me. So let's just start off with like the number 1 item that I was like, what is going on? Okay, so this is from Natasha Denona. This is the Bloom Blush and Glow palette. I wanted this for so long and I cannot understand why no one ever talked about it because it is so beautiful, right? And this is what the inside looks like. It's just like my colors. I love peach tones, corals. Like, are you kidding me? It's just such an aesthetically pleasing palette. But it's always on sale and I never bought it until like all the Black Friday sales because I got extra deals on top of it. But so I was like, add to cart, let me give it a go. No. I see why no one talks about this anymore. So this shade, literally, there's no pigmentation whatsoever. And every time you pat it on to like build and build, it completely takes your makeup off. This shade right here, it looks so beautiful, but once you do it, it's so pigmented and it does not blend out. So then you get like clown cheeks. And these two just don't look very pleasing on the skin, not very flattering. It just sits right on top and the glitter does not ever like blend into your skin. So such like a dud product, man. Like, I have tried some of Natasha Denona's cheek products and I'm just not all there. Like, I'm like, it's okay. Like, this is not good at all. I'm just gonna stick to her eyeshadows unless something is really hyped up. But yeah, just not like my favorite face product formula. Like, stick with ColourPop, you know? Like, I don't know. This one was not good. Anyways, let's talk about a blush that... This was the worst blush I have tried this year. I would rather wear this than this blush, okay? This is from Profusion and this is the Blush Hour. Everybody loves these. They're so pretty, aesthetically pleasing. They're inexpensive. But I got a dark shade. And let me just tell you, when I did one little dot, it is so pigmented. It took over, but it also took my makeup off. It lifted it. This does not play well with powder at all that I personally noticed, but just keep in mind, a lot of people like this product, but for me it was a no-go. I even tried it without powders and it just never blended with all the other products on my face. It just looked odd. So not good. I don't like it, and my daughter didn't even like it, and then my mom tried it out, I think, and she didn't even want it. So no, I can't pawn this beauty off on anybody. So it's just like not for us. We don't like it. Let's see. Next, I have a little bitty eyeshadow palette. This is from ColourPop. And this was part of the Opal of My Eye collection. This is What the Shell. I decluttered this. I gave it to my daughter and she actually enjoys it. It has some Super Shock formulas. It's not pigmented. You have to build it up. It doesn't blend the best. The shimmers are pretty, but they're nothing to like rave about. But she enjoys it. She's young. So this is like her dreamy palette. But for me, I don't like it. I wish ColourPop, like, instead of coming out with a collection every week, maybe come out with one every other week. That way you can make your formula consistent. That way like every time I buy an Adept Cosmetics palette, I know it's going to be a good quality. I would like to know that with ColourPop, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to buy a palette and know I'm getting the good ColourPop formula. I don't like it when brands have like a good, a great, a meh formula. Like, just get it together. So you can get a beautiful look with this. It's just, it takes a while to get there. If you like a sheer matte formula, sheer shimmers, you know, I think you would like it. But I don't know. I do like the price point, but the formula, it's not for me. Both of my dogs are in here, so if you hear snoring, grunting, groaning, all of that, shaking, I have 2 big dogs and they are right here. So it's not me, it's them that's making all those noises. Okay, so next, like, I'm going to scoot over because I'm going to start listing the pictures. I have a few products from Jaclyn Cosmetics to talk about, and I do have one of her lip oils in my favorites as well. So it's not like a diss on the brand, it's just these products did not work for me. The Jaclyn Tint the primer. It's not like a tinted foundation or anything. It looked terrible. Terrible, terrible on me. It would not blend into my skin. It just sat on top. I tried it with primer, without primer, with foundation, by itself. You name it, I tried to make this work. And whenever it would get on my skin, it would do like this weird thing where I'd get like little white beads all over my face. I don't know, it just was not it for me. Definitely, like, I could not make it work. The first time I tried it out, like, it was pretty, and then it just went downhill from there. So I did not end up keeping it. I didn't want to like save these products all year to just show them in a video. Like, I don't care, I'll just pop up a picture. Like, you get the point. So I decluttered these products because they don't work with me. They might work for somebody else. Another product from Jaclyn that did not work for me was like the Dear Mom palette. That form, like, the packaging was pretty, color story was unique. It was like neutrals with a little bit of twist to it. I really did like the color story, which is why I initially bought it. I thought the packaging and the concept was so pretty. Like, I love my mom. My mom is so dear to me. Like, she's my rock, okay? But the formula, Jaclyn Cosmetics is not a drugstore brand. They are pretty pricey. The mattes took forever to build up, and they did not blend the best with one another. It's just like an outdated formula. And the shimmers were more of like a satin. They weren't a super intense or even sheer. Like, they were just like a weird satin formula. There was like one or two light shimmers in there that worked beautifully, but other than that, it just was not, I could not justify the price point. And I don't know if her eyeshadow formula is for me. I love her bronzers, blushes, highlighters, lip oils, lip products. That is like where I like to be with her brand. But the eyeshadow palettes are a no-go, and the face, like the concealer and all that, that's just not for me. Let's see. Next, I want to talk about her setting spray. It burned the fire out of my face. It was like, it smelled a little, it was like herbal. It didn't have an unpleasant scent. It was just not my favorite, but it kind of smelled like, the longer it would sit on my face, kind of like rubbing alcohol, and then it would kind of burn. So I did not like it. It's just like, I don't know, drugstore has amazing facial mist, but that one was just, no, it was not good personally. And I remember seeing reviews on it and people loved it, and it's like, do you see them using it now? You don't, do you? So I just really like it when people give updated reviews and let you know, like, actually, no, I did not like it. I gave it away months ago. Because I don't, like, the first impression, it's just a first impression, you know. The first impression I had with it, it was fine. But then I'll let you know, like, I got rid of it, it burns my face, it's a no-go. So I just really like people's updated reviews, because that product was, did not work well with my skin. It was like, it started tingling my face, and then it started burning. So I don't know what, like, why it smells so strong, like rubbing alcohol. Let's see, okay, the Too Faced chocolate palette that came out this year. It was so expensive, but like, I really wanted it. I wanted to try it out. And that, in my opinion, the price point keeps going up and up, and the formula quality is going down. There were just a few shimmers in there that were really good, and the rest were just like, meh, like ColourPop. It was way better than that formula, which ColourPop does have a good formula, but I'm just kind of comparing it to like a drugstore price. I just cannot justify that high price point for that formula. It was all the mattes, like, you had to really work on it, build them up. They were pretty sheer, but you could get a pretty look. It's just, for that price point, like, these high-end brands really have to step up the quality, because all the other, like, drugstore brands are just like passing their quality. So it was a cute palette, smelled nice, but the formula was a miss for me, which is really sad. The next product that I want to talk about, this is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the new bronzer that she released this year. And I definitely have an unpopular opinion about it, because I feel like everybody and their mama loved this bronzer, so I just kind of felt like the oddball out. The bronzer itself was very thick. It was almost like a balmy texture, not really like a cream. It was a cream, but it was like thicker than a normal cream. It was very balmy and thick. So it just, I got first of all, this is where I messed up. The shade, I got the medium instead of the light, so it was too dark on me. It just never blended seamless. Very difficult formula. So I kind of want to try again and get the lightest shade because everyone loves it. So I just feel like I need to give it another shot. But it's so thick. Like the wand from her bronzer line, it is just like, poof. It's so beautiful. Like you could just dot on a few, like it's a liquid. So you just dot it on and it blends out seamless, no fuss. But the cream, it's just, it takes a little while and it never really blends all the way in and like settles in. So I don't know, I may give that one another shot. Who knows? It's just very expensive and the formula was not beginner friendly. So the next product that I want to mention is the Patrick Ta Holiday Face Palette that he launched this year. At first I really enjoyed the blush formula, but the more I kind of dug into it, it was shimmery and then it would get more shimmery and then it was like almost like a glitter in there. So I did not really enjoy the cream formula as like last year. It was so good, but this year there were sparkles and little fine glitter specks in there. It's like the more you dug, the more glittery it would be. I don't know, it just did not look flattering on the cheeks. And then the highlighter, I used it maybe 3 times maybe, and it got hard pan like immediately, like the powder part. So I don't know, it's like he is a very expensive brand and I don't think I'm going to be purchasing his products going forward just because like I got the bronzer duo. My bronzer has hard pan. I don't know. And then the highlighter in that palette, it was like translucent. It's like a clear Vaseline balm, just not my vibe. So the face palette was a complete dud. It was so expensive. I don't know. He has such an expensive brand and his products just are, I don't know, they don't work for me. So I'm probably going to be skipping on that. Plus my friend Budget Beauty, Alicia, I will kind of pop her up here. She had a very scary blush incident from Patrick Ta, so like I don't know, that's just, that brand is not for me. I've kind of come to the conclusion because he's too expensive, his products go bad so fast, so I'm done. No more Patrick Ta for me. Let's see, next I wanted to mention the Lawless Concealer. I purchased it. I didn't realize it was a matte concealer. That was my bad. But like, I don't know, I feel like I could have made it work because I like hydrate underneath my eyes, moisturize, all that good stuff. As soon as I put it on, it was like, it made me look, I don't know, 50. And it just looked like immediately started spider webbing into fine lines I didn't even know I had. Like it just looked and wore so bad. It creased. I can make a concealer work. I can, like the worst of the worst. I can make it work doable. This one, no. No, it just did not like my under eyes, but I don't know. I shouldn't have got it because it was matte. I don't know why I didn't know it was matte. My bad, but I have tried matte concealers and they worked fine for me. I just needed to make sure I moisturized that day, but this concealer was just like a hot mess express over here. But anyways, guys, that is all the products that I wanted to share with you all the duds, the worst products I tried this year. Just know this is all personal preference. You may love it and I love that for you. It's just they didn't work out for me, but they all found new homes or they got returned, one of the two. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today's video. Please let me know in the comments any like hot mess, tragedies, makeup products that you tried this year. What products were just not good for you? I would love to know because I had so many that was like, oh, especially like foundation. But I don't want to mention foundation because that is so personal. I was very hesitant to even mention the concealer because concealers and foundations, like depending on your skin type, textures and all that, like it is so personal. But I definitely wanted to mention that concealer because it was so bad and tragic. Definitely I need you to comment. I want to read and I want to see what products were duds for you. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.